Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ramsey, New Jersey, along the Garden and Empire State border, all the way up Route 17 north to Don Bosco Prep and Granitel Stadium. As you are watching live coverage of the 2025 NJSIAA non-public tournament, streaming live on YouTube right here on SSP Video Highlights, as we're just a couple short moments away from the start of the first of four non-public state quarterfinals, all four set to play this Tuesday afternoon. As our hosts, the Ironmen of Don Bosco, the number 4 ranked team in the NJ non-public tournament, prepare for battle. A clash with the Immaculata Spartans is what we have on tap for you here this afternoon. The first ever meeting between these two teams, as Bosco, led by head coach Matt Lane, a record of 15-6 on the 2025 campaign, look to continue their title defense, one of two 2024 non-public champs. The Ironmen in the A classification, they have their sights set on back-to-back state titles this year in the reworked 24-team Super non-public New Jersey tournament. And down the other end of the sideline, it's Spartans head coach David Hobson in his 5th season as head coach. He's taken a program that finished 2-11 in his first season in the spring of 2021 to 3 consecutive state quarterfinal trips in non-public B. 2023 saw a run to the semifinals and a loss to the eventual non-public B champ. That was Gil St. Bernard's, who play later this afternoon. But it's Immaculata, your 12 seed, the lowest remaining team in play following an upset win over Pope John on Saturday. They look to be road warriors and continue their push into the state playoffs. Joined by Jay Sticco operating the camera and producing this afternoon's game. My name is Ryan Hulsebos. Glad that you could tune in wherever you may be as we buckle up for some state quarterfinal lacrosse. At the present moment, 8 teams remain in the NJSIAA non-public tournament. In about 4 hours or so, that number will be cut in half down to 4, our final 4. And those semifinals, both set to be played on Friday, with the non-public boys and girls championship set for Wednesday, June 11. Keene University, the boys, to play at 6:30. As we are off here from Don Bosco Prep High School, and Scott Conti, face-off man for the Ironmen, wins the opening draw and gets our afternoon started. Bosco will settle in offensively. It's the Ironmen in black. It's Immaculata in all white. Getting our goal scoring started early. It's 91 in black, Hudson Villarule. The junior, his 21st goal here in 2025. Might have come off the assist there from 15 in black. That's the senior captain, 6'3", Brady Scioletti, heading to Duke. Closing in on, 1 goal, and he will break his own Don Bosco single-season goal-scoring record. A handful of points. I believe he might have been the distributor there, so definitely something that we are going to follow. But Villarule strikes first. And Bosco early here, just 30 seconds into our first quarter, take a 1-0 lead. And Immaculata, a big face-off win. It is 31 in white. That's the junior Riley Rohrback. Sort of came into this season the face-off man for the Spartans more by necessity. Talking with head coach Hobson last night. Done a great job, though, this season, but they can beat you in games where they struggle at the face-off stripe. Even in the round 2 game on Saturday, Immaculata, a 7-6 win over the 5-seed Pope John. Rohrback plus the other a handful of face-offs taken by guys like Quinn Hayden. The Spartans were blanked in that round 2 game at the face-off stripe. So nice to see them get a win for Rohrback early here in our first quarter against Conti, one of the best face-off men in the state, one of the best face-off men in the country. To the point, Cole Hayden, senior captain, to be mentioning his name a lot here this afternoon. A sidearm underhand shot with Jack Murphy all over him from behind. Skips it across the off the turf. Hayden, his 63rd goal, 103rd point here. Here's a skip pass across to our near hash to dash lane from Scioletti. And down to goal line extended for Jason Coate. He'll come north, move it off to Lane to his right. Lane, a skip pass in front to Scioletti, the senior. A little bit too wide open there, about 5 in that 5-and-5 range down by the near hash. Scioletti, goal number 62 here in 2025. He breaks his 2024 Don Bosco single-season goal-scoring record here in our first quarter. Just over 3 minutes through our NJSIAA non-public quarterfinal. Something that head coach Hobson, this defense, focusing on here this afternoon. Here's Dever off the curl from the crease area. Nice save there by Kyle Hopi, the senior captain. Will tally that as his first here this afternoon as the Spartans look to clear across midfield. Ball on the stick of Alex Cazores, the junior, 17 in white. He's across midfield and now looking for help. We'll find it for him of 18. That's Connor Stevens, defensive midfielder. And now up to the attack. Here's the sophomore Owen Sanford. And then just a touch there on Holpe. Made the last save. That's save number 270 here in 2025, having his best season of his 4-year starting lacrosse career. Game number 77 for Kyle Holpe, a St. Joseph's commit, the all-time saves leader at Immaculata High School. Recently just broke his older brother Kevin's record. Here's Cole Hayden, senior captain, from the top of the restraining box far hash. Dodged into the middle of the field, the right-handed shot saved by O'Hara. And now outlet pass comes all the way to the near sideline. Bosco offensive half of midfield. It was Villarreal along our near sideline. And it looks like our official right here on our near sideline on the other side of midfield. But he was right here on the scene. Whistles Villarreal out of play. So it'll be a turnover. Immaculata to take over. 4 minutes left in our first quarter. Bosco a 2-1 lead. It's the senior Tyler Pollock carrying behind. He'll play it to the far numbers along goal line extended. And now back to about the 15-yard line. And Cole Hayden, senior captain, control from the far hash. Plays it for brother Quinn and back for Cole. Now Ryan Prisco, the senior, back to Prisco along the far numbers. Prisco, 10 goals, 18 assists here in his senior season. Behind for Sanford, 1 in white. Very talented sophomore, one of the best freshmen last season in 2024. Older brother Connor played here at Immaculata, currently goes to Stevens. Ball jarred up into the air. It was recovered by Ben Linder, 40 in black. And he's then able to retrieve that loose ball in the middle of the field. However, his outlet pass towards midfield around the 40-yard line did not find its way to Tim Norum. It's Cortland commit, 28 in black. So Cole Hayden, the senior, will control here. So he'll now step into the inside of the 30-yard line and slips. Looked like he had the stick in his left hand, maybe trying to get to his right. Here he goes down the right alley. Skip pass cross for younger brother Quinn. And now Immaculata plays it behind. Captain Nolan Smith swung back to Quinn Hayden. Back to the near hash for sophomore Sanford. Sanford, sticking his left hand, plays it for Quinn Hayden. 2:30 left to play in our opening quarter. Here's Cole Hayden from behind, and a great save by James O'Hara. Senior began the season as the backup to Brody Corey, and O'Hara got his opportunity, has not looked back. Now 2 saves here on the afternoon, keeps our score at 2-1. Bosco leads. And Dever touching the restraining box. Possible unsettled situation here for the Ironmen. Here's Scioletti, far hash, one more for Brady Kushner. He rings one up off the crossbar. Bosco swinging it around nicely here. 4 minutes we are approaching. Inside and a behind-the-back attempt there for Villarreal. Shot was off the mark, wide of the cage along the far hash. Villarreal again now curling, or I should say coming north of goal line extended. Received the pass. Quick shot on goal that time. Saved by Holpe. 6th tally here on the afternoon in half number 1. Bosco will keep possession as they recovered the loose ball off the Holpe save. Back to the point for Dever. Swung back to the far numbers and now inside for Kushner. Great off-ball movement by Bosco. If you've watched any of their contests here this season, especially the games that I've covered, I've highlighted it because it's usually Kushner or Villarreal doing a great job off ball. That time, want to say that went off a pipe. Scioletti finds his way one-on-one with Holpe. He bounces a shot up off the crossbar. One more chance for Dever, and Holpe comes up huge again. Ball still loose, and now scooped up by, that's Quinn Hayden, 38 in white, and a timeout taken by head coach Dave Hobson along the Immaculata far side. Order assisted on 6 of the 7 Bosco goals. It's the senior captain, now up to 65 goals here in 2025. That shot from the near hash, it was Dash Lane, and then the clear here from Holpe, trying to find Cole Hayden along our near sideline. Lane was all over him. Nice job there by Dash Lane to take the shot. It got saved, turn around, and find his man. And it ended up being Hayden and ended up making a play on it defensively. Scioletti Nifty pass there, underhand for Halesworth as he was working his way to his right. Nice passing there. Dash lane inside. Brady Kushner, the junior. Goal number 36 now here in 2025 as he closes in on 50 points. 47 now for Kushner. Now has 2 goals or more in 11 games this season. As it is Cole Hayden in the far corner. He's matched up with, that's Justin Bozzolina, 11 in black. Hayden, a spin move at goal line, extended skip pass up to about the 25-yard line. Finds Owen Sanford, gets his left hand free, and Sanford finds the back of the net. And you know what? We'll credit Cole Hayden with an assist there. Well, Cole Hayden, if that is point number 3 on the afternoon, if we want to credit him with that assist, he is now tied the all-time points record at Immaculata, 275 points set in 2009. So 1 point shy now of breaking that record is the senior Cole Hayden, a 3-sport athlete. Spartans playing this zone defense. Kushner trying to take advantage of it. Holpe, I think he got a left foot on it. And then off the far pipe, loose ball will stay right here with Bosco. A lot of pipes, a lot of crossbars here this afternoon. Here's Scioletti, and he stings the far high corner. I think the shot went up over the off-stick left shoulder of Holpe. But my goodness, Brady Scioletti, 2, 4, 6, now 8 goals, 10 assists for the 6'3 senior heading to Duke University next season. Matt Lane pass in front for Owen Sanford, and his quick catch and finish off the mark. A dive for the end line between both our number 4s, and it's Corey beating Nolan Smith to the end line. 11 seconds left to play. Our clock is paused, but it's running, though, up by us. Corey across midfield. And that's going to do it here from Don Bosco Prep High School as the Ironmen, a 15-4 win over the Spartans of Immaculata. They move on to Friday's semifinal. Again, Friday, June 6th. The Ironmen will either host the 8-seed Pingree or they'll head to Delbarton, pending that matchup here again to start in about 15-20 minutes or so. That's the upper part of the bracket. The lower part of the bracket, you got St. Augustine Prep hosting Gill St. Bernard's. And then live right here on SSP Video Highlights, you can leave us when I leave you. And you can head on over there. Bergen Catholic, a Bergen County, Gibbs County rival of the Ironmen. They head to Seton Hall Prep.